Now it's time for gold in the Recurve men's team event. The targets being replaced on the 70-meter range here in the heart of this beautiful city. And let's take a look at how the teams got to this gold medal match. At the top of the order, Turkey taking out Korea in the quarterfinals in a shoot-off before beating the USA in another shoot-off. Ukraine took out China in a shoot-off before beating Canada 5-1 in a strong semi-final performance. So it's Turkey versus Ukraine for gold here in Berlin. Well, it's time to go back down to the range and welcome the teams out here for the gold medal match.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes to the field for the Recurve men's team. Gold!
It's Ukraine who will lead out the teams for this gold medal match. Oleksii Hunbin, Sergii Makarevych, and Heorhiy Ivanytskyy.
On target number 2, representing Ukraine.
Auf Scheibe Nummer 2 aus der Ukraine.
Oleksii Hunbin. Heorhiy Ivanytskyy.
Bit late to the line, Hunbin.
Sergii Makarevych. And their opponents on the way to the final field.
Ukraine's opponents are Turkey.
And what a young team this is. 2 17-year-olds and a 20-year-old.
On target number 1, representing Turkey.
Auf Scheibe Nummer 1 aus der Türkei.
Samet.
Samet Ali Aydin and the old man, Mete Gazoz.
Not often you can say that at 20 years old.
The line judge for this match is
Die Kampfrichterin für dieses Match ist
Shannon Russell Cohen. And target 1, Turkey shoots first.
Es beginnt die Türkei auf Scheibe Nummer 1.
Well, for such a young team, Turkey look resolute. Fist bump from Ergin, the coach. Typically focused for the Ukrainian team. Born to win. Oleksii Hunbin will have you know. But it's Mete Gazoz who will get us underway on target 1 for Turkey. This for gold in Berlin.
Solid 9 to start the match.
Acele etme Samet. Devam et. Ortaya bak. Yine bitsin sadece.
For fans at home that aren't used to this final stage, pay attention when the archers are full draw. Really listen to all that clicking going on. That's the cameras. I know someone from the US that was here sitting in the stands yesterday really made the comment that they couldn't believe how loud the noise of the camera shutters was. And how do we as archers handle that? So Turkey opens with a 27. Ukraine has an opportunity to better that.
9.
Solid start from Hunbin as well.
So a 9 here will be a 1-point advantage. halfway through this set.
On the line, or is that an 8? That one may well go to a measure, but as things stand, they are level on points. And now we have confirmation that third arrow from Ukraine will go for a measure. Good grouping from Samet Ak.
You'll notice the Turkey team has changed up the order. We've seen other teams do this. Mete starting and finishing each of the sets.
Opportunity presents itself again for Ukraine. Gazoz anchoring the team with a 10. But massive opportunity for Ukraine, provisionally on 27 points, subject to the third arrow being marked up.
So could be 28 points.
9.
9's enough. Still on for a potential 56 here, and the first 2 set points. Ivanytskyy putting it into the 9 as well. An 8 could be enough here if that third arrow gets marked up. A 9 will guarantee it.
And a great view there of his finger tab. He shoots the fair weather tab. We see more and more archers enjoying that tab, made of kangaroo leather.
Well, there we go, confirmation that the first 2 set points go to Ukraine. They will go down and measure that third arrow, but it's relatively meaningless. 2 set points for Ukraine to get this gold medal match underway.
Окей, все. Нам надо смотреть, чтобы не было резкого порыва, когда вот резко поворачиваются эти трубы вправо. Вот за этим надо смотреть. Когда они плюс...
Well, the 5th arrow from Turkey was the killer blow, really. A 7 here. And then the reply and the response from Ukraine, that last arrow hitting the 10 in the end. 55 to 53, Ukraine still the early lead.
Нормально. Очень хорошо работаешь и такое оптимально.
Coaches doing their work. Again, perhaps with more to do for the Turkish team. Staying fairly relaxed. Ukraine will be delighted with their start, though. Taking the set points early in the match. Really important to start strong, but just as important to finish strong. And their coach, Oleg Osipenko, high-fiving all the athletes as they prepare for the second set.
Fans are a little quiet for this gold medal match. We also see he's shooting the fair weather tab. Nice view of that.
9.
Dinlemek bitsin yeter, haydi. Acele etme, çekerken.
So we're able to hear the coaches very well because the spotting scopes that they're using are mic'd up, making it easy to listen to what they're saying.
Ali solda 9'a bakacağız o.
How is your Turkish?
Süre
Non-existent.
uzamıyor Ali.
Ali Aydin following his teammates into the 9.
All three on the right-hand side.
They started the first set with a 27. Turkey have matched that in the second.
Хорош,
A great 10.
Чуть-чуть прижимался вправо, но сейчас поменялся.
Вправо подтягиваю. Вправо выносим.
Вправо подноси.
Ivanytskyy up into the 9.
Выносим вправо, да?
Чуть-чуть.
Сейчас по центру.
They could apply some serious pressure here with another 10.
A little bit of shaking there.
Oh, it's a long hold as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so we're down below the 60 seconds.
But somehow salvages a 9. He was wobbling all over the place.
Great shot, honestly. Nice 10, X.
Uzatmıyoruz Ali, devam. Ortaya düz. Dinamik bitsin. Aferin, bravo.
Good greeting from Turkey.
Eline sağlık.
So one more good arrow, they can start to put some pressure on Ukraine.
Gazoz anchoring the team. That's gone into the 10 as well. Still an opportunity for Ukraine here. They can afford to drop, well, a couple of points and still share the set points.
But let's keep an eye on that clock down at the bottom. Really could come into play here if they start to run out of time by that third archer.
Quick arrow from Hunbin. Alleviating the time pressure a little bit as the Ukrainian teammates watch on. Another quick arrow from...
Oh, but it's a 7. So they cannot win. Ukraine cannot win this set. So Turkey's guaranteed the 2 set points.
Подмахнуть, в принципе.
Will be all tied up in this match.
And you're right, watching that time, Hunbin, well, he released his arrow really quickly, but got a 10. And Heorhiy Ivanytskyy, well, shows what happens when you have to release quickly.
Exactly.
Смотри, стрелочкой чуть-чуть левее поправочку сделаешь. Окей? Леша, сюда смотри. Пожалуйста, не отвлекайся.
Good recovery from the Turkish team. Gazoz, the elder statesman at just 20 in this team, anchoring them really well, and I think playing a big part in the sort of team spirit and morale.
Definitely, and we saw his opening in qualification was absolutely amazing the other day in that wind.
Well, he finished it off here with a 10, having followed Samet on his 10. That last 10 really piling the pressure on the Ukrainian team. Back in the match, 2 apiece. Turkey level with Ukraine for gold here in Berlin.
So we're guaranteed at least 2 more sets here. Again, the first team to 5 is going to be the winner.
Ali, işte böyle. Sık bacakları üstüne.
Ukraine also looking to go through their processes and keep their morale high. Two apiece. Turkey will shoot first on target 1 to start set 3 here in Berlin. He started every single set with a 9.
Acele etmeden. Aferin.
So 2 high 9s. See if the third archer can correct here. And find his way into the 10 ring.
Güven kendine Ali. Karşıya bitsin dinamik.
Well, all in a line, but an 8 presents an opportunity for Ukraine. Hunbin will start their third set.
Yeah, that's Turkey's lowest start in any set. They've been 27-27 and now at 26, but an 8 by Ukraine.
Grimace from Hunbin.
Solid X. That's what they wanted to see here following that 8. Again, a little bit of a shake, but solid 9.
Серега на 11.
Haydi oğlum. Al dümdüz. Güven kendine haydi.
Well, another low one.
Sen de hata.
Another 8.
Ali
You
sona
can
kadar
see
yapıyoruz.
that Ak is really disappointed.
Yeah, you could tell when he was coming off the line, he wasn't happy with the shot.
Aferin Ali.
Ali Aydin putting it into the 10 ring.
He's definitely doing his part in this match.
Well, here is the process that
Hadi MG'yi bitir.
Mete Gazoz goes through, anchoring the team. Slightly leant over in his stance,
MG.
and he puts it into the 9 as well. So starts and finishes with a 9, a 53, the marker for Ukraine. Big, big opportunity, but Ukraine started with an 8.
But they have plenty of time this time. They had 65 seconds left on the clock for 3 arrows, so time is not going to be an issue. They're going to be able to execute their normal shot timing.
Я знаю. Чуть поправочку легкую.
Ivanytskyy hitting a 9, having followed Hunbin.
So an 8 will tie the set. A 9 or better is going to give Ukraine the set, 2 set points.
Another wobble here. Makarevych. Oh, it's a close one. It's marked as a 9.
I don't know. I think that's going to be a measure. Yep.
Well, there you go. So it's now marked as an 8 with an asterisk, which means we have to go down to the target judge.
10, 9, 9, 9, 8, 8. X, 9, 9, 9, 8.
This is the one. Marked as an 8. It's all square in points in the third set. Crystal, you said he needed an 8 to draw level and a 9 would take the set points. Pressure, the big wobble again.
Yeah, and we're all tied up now, which means this final set, a tie means shoot off, or a team could win outright hitting 5 points.
My question to you, though, is will the Ukraine team switch Sergei Makarevych out of the anchor role? He's shaking all over the place.
Yeah, and I don't know his normal shot, so I don't know what he normally looks like. That could very well be his shot. It's hard to say. On the recurve side, you definitely see a lot of different form.
But when you look at it, it probably, apart from the 7, Ivanytskyy has been very, very strong in the match, perhaps not quite as strong as Oleksii Hunbin. We'll see what happens, but it's Turkey who will shoot first in this fourth set of the gold medal match here in Berlin.
So it's called a 10. Looked pretty close to me. Now marked down to a 9. They really want a strong start here. They want to put the pressure on the Ukrainian team.
That's a 10, that's clearly in.
Sadece daha dinamik Ali. Ekstra hiçbir şey yok.
Hava dümdüz Ali. Ortaya bakıyoruz. Yani süre uzamasın. Aferin.
Bit of a nervy pull at the end there.
Yeah. But hit the 9 ring, they'll be happy with that.
A 28, subject to a measure, could go up to a 29 for Turkey.
That's their highest start now.
Ukraine on the 9-10 line as well. Marked as a 9 for now.
So both teams have a 9-star potentially with their first arrows.
That is an 8 though. Ivanytskyy going high. Just a gust of wind as he released, and that's pushed into the 8. So, opportunity abounds for Turkey here. They can put this one out of reach, irrespective of both teams having a measure on that first arrow.
Dinamik bitir.
Baktın yine. Biraz şu bitir. Aferin.
A solid 9. This is really their chance. They can put 2 good arrows downrange, and they can win the gold medal in this match.
Bakacaksın, karar ver.
Acele etme Ali.
Haydi Ali. Acı yok. Güvenli bir şekilde. Baktığın yere atışını bitiriyorsun. Aferin. Bravo. Bravo.
Another 8. A 10 to put some pressure on here, forcing Ukraine to shoot a maximum.
Look at that wind. You see a shirt really starting to blow around.
Gazoz puts it into the 9. So notionally a 54. There is the sock blowing, that wind picking up, just to add to the pressure here on these two teams.
So a 29 by Ukraine means shoot off.
Subject to the measure.
Exactly.
9.
Right. 10's required now. Of course, we are talking provisionally because that measure is going to become so important now. Oh, he's not happy with that. Pushed it into the 9. Now Ukraine need the measure to go in their favor.
Задержал и потянул. 15 секунд. 10.
Boy, you need a solid finish here, Makarevych. Finishes with a 10.
So those arrows now become crucial.
Those first 2 arrows marked with a star will go to a measure. We'll have to go down to the target judge.
Wir haben noch keinen eindeutigen Gewinner, denn wir müssen vor allen Dingen auf 2 Pfeile gucken. Einen auf der linken Seite und einen auf der rechten Seite. Also, wir müssen abwarten, wir müssen auch noch mal
10,
die Lupe ziehen
9, 9, 9,
und schauen,
9,
wer wird
8.
der Gewinner sein. Die Kampfrichter wird es anzeigen.
So if Ukraine's arrow gets marked up, we will have a shoot off.
10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8.
Well, we wait for confirmation, but it sounded like Turkey's arrow stayed as a 9 and Ukraine's arrow got marked up to a 10.
And it is shoot off.
Wow, how important was that measure? Ukraine still in the game, and Makarevych affording himself a smile. Even Hunbin has a little grin. Fist bump from the coach, Oleg Osipenko. And just confirmation from the line judge to the Turkish team how that measure worked. Right, shoot off, go Crystal.
So each archer is going to shoot one arrow. We're going to add up the score for those 3 arrows for each team. Highest score wins. If it's a tie, we're going to look and see which team has the closest arrow to the center.
Well, the shoot-off forced by 2 arrows that were subject to the measure. Mete Gazoz shooting the first arrow on the line. That mark was marked as a 9. Hunbin on the line marked as a 10, and it made all the difference. We have a mini set here. 1 arrow from each archer, and the crowd getting right behind this one. It's a thriller here in Berlin. Ukrainian fans in the crowd.
And there's nothing more fun as an archer than a shoot-off, but a shoot-off with your team, oh, what an incredible feeling.
Look of concern there on that young man's face.
So what order is Turkey going to go in?
Do they put Gazoz first? It looks like Samet is getting ready to come out first. Maybe they'll switch to the orders for 4, 5, and 6.
That's what it kind of looks that way. Oh, I'm not sure now.
Target being replaced just to add to the pressure. What about the Ukrainian team, though? Are they going to change their order?
We'll have to wait and see. This is going to be exciting.
Makarevych has been anchoring Ukraine throughout the match, but has looked a bit wobbly. They look like they are going in their regular order. Hunbin, Ivanytskyy, and Makarevych.
And all smiles because they know they could have just lost the match, so they're happy to be in a shoot-off right now.
Let's go shoot off here in Berlin.
Well, the DJ doing his job to keep everyone entertained while the targets are replaced. Mete Gazoz having a little bit of a jig to the music.
Right, so it does look like they're going to go with their 4, 5, 6 order.
Here we go. A shoot-off for gold in the Recurve men's team event here in Berlin, the final stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup Series.
So 1 archer at a time, alternating.
Samet up first for Turkey.
Nice
Lovely.
10. That's how you start.
Great stuff to get the Turkish team off the mark.
So how does Ukraine respond here?
Hunbin to go first for Ukraine. To the 9, not too bad, but a mini advantage for Turkey. Can Ali Aydin match Samet and put it in the 10 ring? Oh, into the 7 when the pressure was on. The teenager floundered. Opportunity for Ukraine to get themselves right back in this.
Huge advantage for Ukraine here.
Ivanytskyy puts it into
So
the 8.
we're all tied, 1 arrow.
It's a gold medal match that keeps giving, and it's down to the 2 anchors.
So again, if they tie and score, we're going to go closest arrow to the center.
Mete Gazoz. Into the 10 ring on the X line. That is the closest arrow to the center here. So not only do Ukraine need a 10 to draw level on score, they need to get it closer to the spider. Over to Makarevych. It's in the 9. It wasn't bad shooting from Ukraine, but Turkey have taken this despite a 7 on their second arrow. Turkey are the gold medalists here in Berlin.
Just shows you anything can happen in a shoot-off. Wow, I can't believe that 7 did not impact this match.
Amazing stuff. Göktürk Ergin, the coach there, celebrating. Ali Aydin, well, got away with a 7. Smiles on the faces of Aydin, Ak, and Mete Gazoz. They'll be on top of the podium here for the Recurve men's team event. And there is confirmation from the target judge. Turkey are the champions of Berlin.
And I think it's a safe bet to see. This is not the last time we're going to see them standing on a podium.
Handshakes all around, very respectful from the teenagers on the Turkish team. Osipenko shaking the hand of his counterpart Ergin as well. The two coaches showing a great deal of respect for each other. The photo call for this young Turkish team.
Siegerehrung des Wettkampfes, den wir eben gesehen haben.